What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another weekly recap for the Old School Labs Transformation Challenge. It's the start of the year. If you didn't know, if you're not in the group, we've been getting it in. So much action has been taking place. Last week we had some incredible challenges, putting an emphasis on all of our classic creatines from Old School Labs. We got the women's creatine capsules, and of course, can't go wrong with the classic creatine monohydrate. And you guys did your thing with Cupid's creatine in honor of, good old Valentine's Day. So I wanted to go ahead and show you all our winners for last week. Both of them did their thing. Big shout out to our girl Kristen Culpepper. Congratulations. I don't know what this was. This was a whole setup in itself. I can only imagine what the people in your gym were looking at you like. You were sitting there, balloons and all, like, wait. Like, it was so cool to see that. You were repping heavy too. You were getting it in with the chest press. So shout out to you. And of course, we cannot forget who? What? Mr. Remo, and of course the Gamos. They got a twofer with this one. Love what you guys did. Of course, Remo, thank you so much for doing your thing, man. Look at that. Both Old School Labs athletes did their thing this week, won the challenges, and that's how you do it. Shout out to our athletes for going strong this week. Our girl Kristen and our boy Remo, and we can't forget Jessica helping Remo along the way. Without Jessica, Remo's post wouldn't even been a thing. All that love was in the air. And when I say in the air, I mean literally in the air. Kristen Culpepper was just chest pressing some balloons with some heavy weight, putting it in the air. And that brings us to our challenger of the week. My man, Mr. Scott Varnes, a true inspiration to me. I couldn't tell you how many times I've told Jessica, yo, I'm telling you, me and this man can be best friends. Like, this dude is so cool. He's in here on his mom's account. That's to me, that's the realest right there. He came through, placed in our last transformation challenge, 3rd place. An incredible transformation. Literally has sculpted abs now, but the man is just coming through doing his thing week after week, expressing love, showing love, commenting, and that's literally what it's all about. I want to put an emphasis on that. It's what it's all about. Spreading love, showing up. And it was the week of love. And our man Scott V did his thing. Thank you for always showing us your food, your plate, and just realistically just being the best version of yourself, commenting nonstop, and just being a great teammate, a great competitor, a great challenger, and just a great friend, man. That's why I consider you at this point a true friend. So shout out to you, and of course, shout out to our winners. And that brings us to this week. This week's challenge is #Team Blast. Team Blast. If you didn't know, if you're just tuning in for the first time, you're like, what the hell is going on? What is this? This is Old School Labs. Old School Labs has 3 different pre-workouts. And of course, I wanted to share them with you. I want to share them with you right now. I'm going to start off with the Old Faithful. A lot of y'all like it. A lot of y'all take this. Y'all are like, I can't even get with the new program. I'm sticking to my vintage. It's called vintage for a reason. I'm sticking with my Old Faithful. Maybe you're Team Vintage Blast. #Team Vintage Blast in the comments if you are Team Vintage Blast. So many good flavors. Nice little, it's not as potent when it comes to things like caffeine, when it comes to all that extra that some of these others have. I want to know, are you Team Vintage Blast? Perhaps you're Team Blast X. Team Blast X. These are the people who want to get it in. They go in there, they want the caffeine dump on them. But guess what? Old School Labs doesn't have the caffeine dump. It's not like that. We get you the caffeine without the dump. Old School Labs knows how to create supplements that don't allow for that crash. So if you want to go up and away during your workouts, this is it for you. This is it. Are you Team Blast X? Or, we can't forget, probably my favorite, I go back and forth between the Blast X and the Blast Max. Are you rolling with me for this one? #Team Blast Max. It is my favorite pre-workout of all time. I'm telling you, if you've tried this flavor and you're like, try it with some club soda or some soda water. It literally tastes like a real drink without the liquor. All right. So make sure to show us this week what team you are representing. Are you Team Blast X? Are you Team Vintage Blast? Or are you Team Blast Max? Who's rolling deep on this one? Please make sure to post by Sunday for your chance to win your favorite pre-workout from OSL. Let's get right into it. Starting off with the category winners for this past week. And a new one, starting off fresh with this one, a new category. Yes, brand new athlete of the week. We have so many athletes in here representing, and this one can't go to no one other than my boy Abdulaziz. Killing it, man. Just constantly. Look, the dope thing about this right here is my man was going off every single day, showing us the motivation, the back workouts, his pre-ritual stack, his pre-workout, what he takes, creatine, testosterone, Blast X. He's clearly Team Blast X. So Abdulaziz, I'm expecting to see a hashtag Team Blast post from you when you are getting your rep on with Team Blast X. Shout out to my man for being our athlete of the week. The dude has just been killing it week after week after week. So I can't thank you enough for that. And that brings us to our stack of the week. We're all about making a stack here. And just to give you a little head start, a little umph on next week's challenge, this week's challenge is Team Blast. Next week's challenge is make it stack. Our dude, Mr. Brandon Woods is already making his stack with his classics. He got a classic creatine. Me and this man right here, we are literally speaking in the hypophysical realm right now because we are literally on par with the products. My man got the Replica GH. You cannot sleep on the Replica GH. He got the classic creatine. You already know about creatine. If you're not taking creatine, what are you doing in the gym? The Vintage Burn. I wrote with the lava, but hey, we still trying to get it. And then the Blast X, another Team Blast X. What are we doing right now? Team Blast X is ganging up right now, man. They're getting a little conglomerate going. Shout out to my boy Brandon. And of course, hey man, I'm expecting a hashtag Team Blast post from you where I'm assuming you're gonna be repping that Team Blast X, that strawberry watermelon. So shout out to you for giving us our stack of the week. And this one right here, no worse. It is the cutest post. Just, my boy Jerry killed it with this one, man.
Testosterone, my gym time crush. You fuel my gains, you bring the rush. No need for roses, no sweet embrace. Just heavier lifts at a stronger pace. Through every set, through every strain. You keep me growing, free of pain. My heart beats strong, my muscles shine. Testosterone, my Valentine.
Yeah, the man is just like with the poem, the abs. My dude was doing his thing. Shout out to clearly the cutest post. We can't even sleep on that. It's the cutest post. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Clearly, that is the only one that deserves to win the cutest post for Valentine's week. Testosterone. If you're not taking testosterone, go pick it up. OldSchoolLabs.com. Next up, we have repping Old School Labs. Who's repping? Who's getting a rep on? Who's wearing? You're never going to see me sleep on OSL. You're always going to see me repping Old School Labs in some form or fashion. I'm here. Got my Blast Max, the hoodie, that crispy red. Speaking of crispy red, our brother, Mr. Brandon Frosto, is killing it with the tank top. Make sure to go pick yours up from Old School Labs. Clearly, this man got like a 6'6", 6'5", 6'4" frame, and it still fits him darn nice. All sizes, all shapes. Make sure to go pick yours up from OldSchoolLabs.com. Like our man Brandon here. Brandon's a kid. Brandon got the eye of the tiger this time too. So shout out to our man Brandon for going in strong for this transformation challenge. And he's non-stop. He's keeping his foot on the pedal and he's just going strong. So shout out to our man hitting the front double too. Always gotta love when they get that on. So next up we have most unique. And I can't even begin to express how unique this is. We got like a little rivalry going on in the Old School Labs Transformation Challenge. It's getting a little shaky. And for those of you who are here and who know, you know, pun intended, it's getting a little shaky. We have Dylan Smith and our girl Chelsea just going back and forth. I can't even look. Just it's getting kind of crazy out here. All right. I feel like I'm watching like ESPN The Ocho or something wild to where it's just like some weird sport that they're playing right now because they're going back and forth and who could just do the shakiest walk-in, shakiest treadmill pick and just they got dogs, koalas, and all sorts of oh my's. Look, clearly the most unique has to go to my man Dylan Smith from Down Under and our girl Chelsea, who's always representing. You guys, I love it. Keep up the craziness, the quirkiness. I legit feel like I'm watching ESPN The Ocho with all these weird sports. That brings me up to our workout motivation. And for workout motivation, you can't ask for someone who gets it in with as much might as this man right here, my boy Mikhail always crushing it, always got the crazy, just tough tunes on, them strong songs to get it in the gym. My man is always going strong, always putting his all into every workout. So shout out to our boy Mikhail Mansfield. He's another one who had an incredible post last week about Cubans Creatine, where he was just pretty much saying, hey, I'm a very independent guy, but I love this group. I get so much motivation from this group. And so many of you gave us that workout motivation this week. Ronald was getting it in. Boyd Guzman was getting it in. So many of y'all are just killing it in the gym. Of course, Abdulaziz, I already mentioned. That brings us to our most inspirational. This man comes in with the words of wisdom. He's clearly wise beyond his age. Big shout out to our boy Clinton Clark Jr.
I'm taking this little walk in this cold weather. As you can see, it's piled up passing the school. Not a lot of folk out here. But one thing I've been peeping, man, is the self-respect you guys have for bettering yourself and doing better for your families and your children. And I just had to come on here and condole you guys for that. And show fucking that takes commitment to change yourself, to change those, around you. So I love you guys doing that. I love you guys having the self-respect. I just love it all. Keep balling, guys. Let's fucking do this thing, baby. Let's go.
I'm telling you, this dude is like out here walking around like Jalen Hurts or something. He's just wise beyond his years, always dropping the gems, always making sure to show that love. So Clinton, I want to make sure you receive it as well, my dude. Shout out to you. Much love to just you and for everything that you do and all the spirit that you give to this group, this community. Shout out to you, brother. All right, next up, we have OSL Recipe. And y'all were killing it with the recipes this week, but we gotta go with my girl Jessica Gammo. Look, she's just, every week she's on here. Our girl Gammo, not only is she prepping the tuna salad, the chicken salad, the shredded chicken, so of course you got all that protein right there. She even went a step further. She got the protein balls with the peanut butter fit, and of course, vintage brawn. I always want to try this. I need to get the PB fit, and of course use like tiramisu, some type of protein from OSL, and I need to try this. Shout out to our girl Jessica for giving us the OSL recipe of the week. Now we have the best pose. It's the pose of the week, and I couldn't just pick one. I had to go with two for y'all this week. So we have our dude Luis Esco giving us the front double and the side chest. Just what? My man got the Superman belt buckle and everything. He got a tattoo even. What? Is this Superman right here? My man's changing overnight. The physique is getting crazy, dudes. And we can't forget our boy Nadal showing us what it's all about on Valentine's Day. Giving us his blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Man went and donated blood, had a great message why you should give blood and all that. So shout out to our boy Nadal. Not only giving us an incredible front double, but really showing us his heart and where it's at. Of course, that it's in the right place. And then you got, like, come on, we got to put on the screen. This is the dope thing about it. Speaking of rivals, right? We got Luis Esco over here saying he's Superman. James Santiago came in the comments like, I'm Batman, making me want to get my comic book on. I might come out with Spawn or something, you know what I mean? I might get my Spawn on and have them just irk everything up. But I love it. I love everything that y'all are doing. Keep it up. Keep up the rivalries. Keep the staples and just everything that we see in this group. I love the camaraderie. I love the community. Now, that brings us to our funniest post. And my man right here, without further ado, he could have easily won Cupid's Creatine with this one. Henry Lemus. I never even knew like the name of this girl. When I saw that her name, I never knew it. I think we all just whatever from the white chicks, you know what I mean? Terry Crews. Like my man was killing it. Clearly, the facial expressions, the body language. Another Team Blast X. Another one. What are we doing? Vintage and Team Blast Max, where y'all at, man? They're killing us right now. Team Blast X is killing us. They're clearly about to morph into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or something and get their big robot on because they are forming a little alliance. There's a lot of Team Blast X going on. So where's my Blast Max at and where's my Vintage Blast folks at? We need y'all. We need you. We're getting beat right now. Blast X is killing it, man. But look, thank you all for an amazing week. Week 3 was incredible. We are here at week 4. Make sure to get in your team blast, represent, show your colors, rep OSL, and of course, be one with the community. Thank you to all my athletes who are here repping. Thank you to all of you who tuned in. If you aren't a part of the 2025 Winter Transformation Challenge, I promise you there will be more to come. So if you're watching this on the IG, if you're watching this on the socials, join the group. We got you covered. It's an amazing community. Keep it old school. Peace, everybody.